Good day, and welcome to episode 3 of my roleplay run featuring the Dread Council of Azan. Oh no, it's the Grim Council, I'm sorry. So, just as I had in mind, things came up as expected. I'm going to shift that little window over there. I'm going to focus my attention on that in a moment. But let's summarize what transpired during the time between this and the last episode. So just as I wanted, the Akernar system, because I found out that this is a little R in between. It's no M, it's an R. It tricked me all the way. Akernar is the name. And the Jataramus system have been colonized. During the colonization process, my people found out that there was an ancient particle accelerator building and a ruined arcology on that planet, as well as another ruined ecology on this one, and I think here we had only the ruined arcology. So these are definitely the original worlds of the Azanti people, because that's another thing. A foreign relationships ambassador came towards me and put clear that these are the Azanti people, not the Azani. I'm sorry, I didn't know that, and well, I found that out in between while clearing out last episode's mess. So, also there's another ship over here to colonize Durbator Prime, because this planet waits for us to be taken, but none of these planets are too special or interesting in any means, except for being quite habitable for my people. But more importantly and more interesting than that was the discovery in the Raman system, a tomb world. This is one of the points where I was like, oh, I want to put up another episode, and in between, my science ships were exploring down here. I found a really interesting cluster of systems providing a lot of minerals for our empire. I already got a lot of minerals, but I don't mind. Minerals are quite versatile. And apart from that, the observation post on the Sol system has been completed, so I haven't really fully decided what the Azanti people would do with this species. They are quite modern. I felt like indoctrination would be an interesting pursuit. This would shift them towards our governing ethics, and therefore would make them, I don't know what. So while my science ships were exploring, I also sent out the third science ship of mine to go for some anomalies. And during the exploration of the Tethel system, I discovered the Vropak homeworld. This is the first of the precursor event sites. So here, the first league, and I felt like this was the ideal moment to tune back into the series. So we found out that this species was a 4-meter high avian type creature which lived in hollow mesas. And also I figured out that with the upcoming anomalies, I will summarize what's in the text box, and if you really want to read it, you can just pause the video, I guess, and read it for yourself. This way we will save our time, and if you want to follow the events more detailed, there's no problem. So we're going to find this quite interesting, and yeah, I think this was, yeah, I can go deeper into this project, so that's that. Apart from that, I finally discovered the last pieces of my death cult. I already knew that there was something amiss. So when I looked up the edicts, I discovered that here in the edicts menu, the sacrifices can be made. So you can either sacrifice for togetherness, which brings the mortal initiates up for more for a boost of unity production and growth speed. Well, the growth speed is common across all those sacrifices, and there goes harmony, a plus production of harmony for 6 years and 9 months, and a plus of mineral and energy output. The interesting mechanics behind that is the more Mortal initiates I can sacrifice, the more output I will get. Well, increases the odds of additional gains. So it's a random roll, I guess. These things aren't as interesting right now as I wish they would be. Oh, I also wanted to say, every one of these triggers an event. That's the thing I wanted to point out. But our death cult has to wait. Right now I want to spend all my influence I can muster for expansionary measures, because the Raman system has to be claimed. We need to be the first on that tomb world. Also, there's a fleet of the Delta aliens, but that looks like, well, I think that's space aliens, but, well, what do you think? So let's see if there's any option to colonize Raman peacefully, or if this is the first reason to whip up a nice fleet for the Azanti people. Also, I have whipped up a few ship designs. So I got the Corvette designs for a full coil gun setup and a full laser setup. This way I got increased armor damage and increased shield damage. These ship types counterweigh each other, and this way I'm equally good against each defense type. So that's just that. There's not too much design variety in the early game, but I really dislike the automatic setup of the game, and you should do that too. So let's turn on the time again. I think that was enough intro. So on Akerna Prime, the first colony already has been truly established, and well, for now I just need to wait until the population will grow. So down here, finding a wealth of anomalies, and there's lots of work for the science ships in the next time. Also, I brought up the I have decided to investigate the Delta aliens directly, because they're lingering around Raman, and I want that. So, Tethel, we found silicon life forms. This will bring a extra mineral output on one of the Tethel planets. Wonderful. I like these little extras, because Tethel will be definitely in the grasp of the Azanti Empire. And apart from that, the governing factions have crumbled and reformed, and crumbled and reformed, and so we're right now with the Church of Spiritual Philosophy, which is still the spiritual faction and a military faction, but they got different names because they reformed. But right now, the monarchist initiative definitely is leading, and well, I wonder, I was thinking lately about what kind of event is necessary to shift the Azanti people into a complete, well, I think a monarchy would be quite fitting, but there's a lot of influence necessary for that. But well, roleplay wise, I'm wondering. So I brought up the second fleet, the Breathless fleet, consisting out of 10 corvettes of each type. But right now, my resources are to be spent somewhere else. Also, I'm very interested in grabbing all those systems providing extra research points, because research is one of the weakest suits of the Azanti people, and I want to stay. I don't want to stay weak on that department forever. That's really not acceptable. So far, the Zaplo Incorporated people are well, acting not too aggressive. But, well, it's only a matter of time, I think, until there's going to be some sort of conflict. There's always some sort of conflict. Therefore, I have already brought up the plan to have a anchorage here to amp up my naval capacity, and some defensive building here. I was already considering building some defense platforms, but this all eats up a lot of my precious alloy output, and right now I want to reinforce my fleet, because stationary defenses need technological components, which I don't have right now, in my opinion at least. So Durbator will be colonized any moment too. And finally the Pash system has been surveyed. This is a very interesting and rich system, to say the least. With lots of asteroids, and it took them quite a while to survey that completely.
Establishing a colony.
Okay, Durbator has been established as well, and we have discovered the Tiyanki. So let's see. And Raman, anomaly, not interested right now. Investigate an unidentified empire. Well, I'll do that as well, because I think it wouldn't be a bad thing to do that first. So Tiyanki space whales, they are very peaceful by nature, and therefore I don't need to be worried about them too much. Okay, Raman is not surveyed completely, so I can peacefully build a research station here. And here are more and more anomalies. Got a lot of anomalies, and sadly no archaeological expeditions so far.
Construction venture completed.
But these will also happen. Alright, let's move the construction ship already over there. There's no reason to procrastinate that right now. So here is another crossroad, but I think the Shadow Nebula sounds promising for a Necroid species. Edgy, I know, but what can I do? So let's see. The ISS Selborne is done with a surveys on that system quite soon, and I can't wait for the colonization of Raman. And looks like I found a dimensional portal. So this leads to a funny little event chain. So for now, we just get dimensional portal researchers on Akernar. Let's see, I can show them here. They produce, how's that called again? Physics research points. And, well, we also got 2 free slots for researchers by nature, I think, due to the ancient particle accelerator. Yeah, produces 2 researcher jobs naturally. That's pretty decent, because Azan's Crucible is completely plastered with spiritual buildings, so that's quite good. Okay. I think I can safely claim the Tethel system right now. I've got enough resources to claim both systems at the same time.
A special project is complete.
Crystalline entities. So, we get the space crystal thingies. Forgot their name. I can either study them or destroy them. I'm up for, well, how would these people go for crystalline entities? So, Since we're a spiritualist culture, I would say, we'll rather study them.
A system survey
So,
is concluded.
I can probe the dimensional portal. Okay, nice. So the Raman system is fully surveyed now. Let's head onwards. I'm really happy that to have a tomb world close in my starting region. I was already a little bit afraid that I might be having no luck with that, but yeah. Also, I've hit the maximum Empire Sprawl capacity right now, so this will make everything I do a lot more costly during while I overcap that. So traditions, technologies, and edicts and campaigns get more and more costly. Anyways, energy grid technology. Nah, I want the deflectors. Militarist civilizations want the military tech first.
An unusual phenomenon.
Alright, more anomalies. Down here.
An unusual phenomenon.
And yet another. And I think I also need to whip up some more resources for a colony ship here, because I think these people must colonize this planet now. That's what I think. So let's bring up the resources here. I'll just buy L. That's why I like high mineral outputs in general. You can you're so easily able to bring up lots of money in a quick way. There we go. Just whipping out the next colony ship. The Yeon civilization. Okay, so what's that? Early space age, yet another primitive civilization. I see.
Construction venture completed.
So, since I now found another one of those, I really, I'm really tempted to start to indoctrinate these people. I mean, I'm a death cult after all, so let's do this. Indoctrination costs me some money and amps up the social research output. So the Academy of Technological Mastery, Advancement of Science. All right, and there, the spiritualist initiative already crumbled away again. I have these things quite often. So consumer goods are plummeting right now. I really need to bring up a new factory at some point, but we're in a good way in that department. And until I'm able to refine those minerals myself, I need to sell them and buy the finished products. Can't change that. Okay, a new tradition. So, oh yeah, that's one thing I missed. I forgot mentioning. So I went for the Imperia's architecture first to get some more housing out of these buildings. So next thing I want to have. This tree is the last one I want to take. I don't need enforcers too much right now. And the extended shift edict is quite nice, but during my expansion phase, edicts are not really affordable to me. And increasing level caps is pretty nice. And my governors are already important. So I think, yeah, as long as it's the same sector, it's all one governor. Okay.
A system survey has concluded.
There we go. So it turns out we're having another. We got another faction here. So spiritualist and conservative values, and oh, it's the first time I actually see a fourth faction. All right. There's a lot of work to do to please these factions, but we're gonna get there. One thing at a time. So first replenish the the consumer goods, and I found a League science base. So let's check. Most of the facility was wiped out. So another special project, and there were 2 precursor events in that system, and now it's time to reap the projects here. The projects are something I will always do on camera because they are one of the most juicy and interesting pieces of lore. You only get one of a lot of precursor civilizations every time you play this game, and I'm not through them all, and I never have the League yet, so I'm quite interested in those. There's this well, I can't pronounce that without breaking my tongue. The psionic drug. Natural occurrence of that stuff. So expansion in this direction is more and more appealing to me. But same goes for this direction here, so hard to decide right now. Let's build those mining stations because they are the foundation of wealth for my kind. So right now, look at that. I'm accumulating more influence than I'm able to spend right now. That's a very good thing. And the ISS proliferator has been built. Let's head over to the Tomb World. Raman Prime. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to check out. Is there anything that I can restore Ecumenopolis? Oh, that's a Remnant world thing. I see, but the memorialist thing doesn't give me a particular decision or something like that. An odd factor. A group of investigators have found a hidden factory on Jataramus Prime. Oh, the odd factory. So,
a system survey has concluded.
I am done here. So let's get back to Jataramus. That's a quite fun thing. The odd factory brings you this job, which just produces flat out of nothing alloys. I don't know if that event changes something different besides that. So specialist unemployment. I'm lacking a workspace for a specialist. So I don't really need the odd factory worker here right now. That's way more interesting right now. Okay, that's that.
A special project is complete.
So the Tethel thing returned, and that was the home planet thing. Advanced bioweapons? Neat. So let's keep going here. That was no really interesting piece of information. We just discovered some weapon technology in there, if I read that correctly. And there's a new society technology available. So I think I want to go for the tile blocker clear stuff. That fits well to my dominance tradition tree. So, oh, a new Dread Cardinal election is on the way. So, I can interfere by spending a lot of influence, but I don't want to. So, the Dread Cardinal Tongwin Canley. that is something I need to check out. And oh, I wanted to showcase a little, a certain somebody in a moment. So, give me a second. I'll need a engineering scientist. I don't know if I really get one of those. Computing, propulsion. Oh yeah, I think, oh, I'm out of energy credits, heavily. Whoopsie. Let's... one thing at a time. Losing track of things is a common occurrence for me when I play this game. Now, that's that. So Tongwin Canley is the new Dread Cardinal. He's a reformer and he's a champion of the people. He also was one of my scientists before, so he's not a faction leader, so I don't know if I should take any steps because of that. Okay, let's see. And that was so the other one was that was the home planet, and we didn't really find anything interesting there except for some ruins. And the good thing there is now the Tethel system is free to claim, and I'm free to claim other anomalies. Okay, so far no outrageous details have been uncovered. Sometimes there are really interesting snippets, but these were a little bit bland, I'm afraid to say. So my new colonies have all been established. The next colony ship is on its way, and the expansion will now continue. I'm going to build another construction ship here due to the fact that I'm accumulating influence and alloys quicker than I'm able to spend them. And that is absolutely the point where I'm going to build another construction ship, and afterwards it's going to be all military. So exotic gases have been discovered. But before that, I want to expand as aggressively as possible. I want to bring up a... oh, I need a workplace. So let's see. They can bring food. I want to bring up a widespread empire and then some administrative buildings. So there's going to be a solid foundation. So an increase of feral behavior. The population has expressed levels of lust and aggression. So crime is rising and happiness is decreasing. Loud minority. Okay, I think some reason will turn up during the next few years, but that's just a minor event chain. Okay, I think I'm going to end today's episode when once Raman has been colonized, and yeah. Population growth speed is increasing quite heavily out of these events, though. And then I'm going to set a few goals between this and the next episode. So, rooting out the problem. So we need to investigate this ASAP. And Jataramus Prime is already building a thing here. Okay, and also I wanted to showcase my little general here. If you were interested why I'm showcasing him here, check out the comments in episode 1, and you find the background story from one of my long-time viewers proposed, and there's the General Thane as wished, because I like that one. It's a human societal shift. Alright, so we're enlightening them. So apart from that, I can't do much for Jataramus, and apart from waiting for scientific progress. So let's see what'll happen there. Oh, and the construction ship is finished. I want to use this one to expand in my inner borders here. Why is that? I thought I already issued the orders there. Because I got so many resources, I want to claim that. Especially those resources which are available here. So there's a lack of housing. I'll whip up some generator district here. These districts always bring up housing as well. Nikanda brings up the Iota aliens. Alright. And, well, a lot of my resources are plummeting, but,
A study has been completed.
as long as the mineral income is this high, there's no problem at all. Corvid hull points, perfect. And powered exoskeletons, no, I want the better armor. So we might be researching slowly, but I'm pretty good in weapon technology, I hope.
Establishing a new colony.
And that's that. I finally got this colony here done. So it's going to take a while until this place is colonized, and I think the Azanti Empire has spread quite nicely. So I'm going to call today's episode to an end, and well, I'm going to fast forward a few years, expanding in the systems around me, claiming more and more resources, expanding my empire sprawl, building more ships. And I'm basically just waiting for one big event. I'm going to put up no human sacrifices off camera. I'm going to save that moment, the first sacrifices, to do that with you, friends. So thank you so much for watching. It's delightful to do this series, and I hope you're enjoying your time as well. Feel free to drop me a comment down below. Feel free to leave a like or a subscribe on the channel. All of these things would be deeply appreciated. I hope you're having a good time, and see you then. Bye-bye.